Hey everybody, it's Dad. Welcome back to Shining Songs Over than last we left off. Well, I guess it's about time for the show. Because, if I remember correctly, Starnova Thank you! Yes! Remember, Starnova goes on before Quasar. So, after getting set up backstage, I appeared out to gauge the size of the audience. Could you stop whistling, you fucking I'm sorry, I shouldn't be like that. A vast ocean of faces stretched out from the stage, filling the plaza and reaching so far that the people in the back rows looked no larger than grains of wheat. Little glowing grains of wheat waving around their little batons. There's no doubt about it. This would be the largest audience we'd ever performed before. Yeah, before is in, yeah, right, in front of. Stop it! But I knew this would be an uphill battle. Unlike any of our prior lives, almost thought this. For a split second, my brain, when it read the word lives, went to, like, past lives. As in reincarnation. As not, live performances. Most of the people out there probably didn't even know who we were. Well, the good, the less they can expect then. Despite our recent successes, I had to face the fact we were still virtually unknown in the greater idol world. Which could work to your advantage here, you never know. Could be some, a blowout thing. Everyone, no matter what happens, don't lose hope. I returned to where the girls are waiting for their cue. Now, I'm worried they may try and, like, some more underhanded nonsense, as opposed to just setting us up to look bad in front of Quasar. Sabotaging the performance somehow. Yeah, okay, anyway. I returned to where the girls were waiting for their cue. Yeah. Enough of my paranoid ranting, please. Here's that little angle. It's an unbelievable crowd. Maybe larger than all of our previous lives put together. But he's saying this, since they were all huddled up, he just like laid down on his back and scooted backwards underneath them. So he's looking up at them straight from like this. Talking to them from down on the floor. That's the first thing that came. Why am I like this? Maybe larger than all of our previous lives put together. The girls all at once stared at me in confusion, wondering why the producer was down here. Maybe he was trying to look up their skirts. The girls once again interlocked their arms into a star and leaned into the center. Mm-hmm.
今中二ちゃんがステージダイブしたらそのだらしない格好は明日の東京中の新聞に載ることでしょう。
Oh, don't put that in her head. Now she's gonna be even more nervous than she already was.
その言葉よく覚えておきなさい、赤の小悪魔。闇の配下にあるこの私は間もなくスターノバの真のセンターと化するのだ。
Wow, you got some fire in you there. little Megamine ripoff. Pat. I like the red imp. So I'm trying to remember using that for her. Adding plenty to the conversation as always, Natsuki. Simple to the point. Same. They stamped their feet. The prayer group finished with their routine. I watched on as the girls ran to the stage, their backs disappearing into the shining twilight. Everyone, no matter what happens, don't lose hope. For a moment, the girls stared in awed wonder at the massive sea of humanity before them. Like, you with the fucking heart. Okay, quit it. Before they could catch their breath, the instrumentals of their song began, and the girls instinctively began singing. This song was right. This really is bigger than all our past lives put together. Well, we can't be daunted by the size of the venue. Here it is, our comeback. Meanwhile, Akamajo and the girls at Quasar watch the performance in their monitor. Well, there's Kaori being as, I guess, fair, even as ever. Haruka pointed to the audience. Despite the Starnova girls delivering a solid routine, barely any of the audience members seemed to be paying attention to the performance at all. Instead, most of them were looking at their cell phones or speaking amongst themselves. Anxiety began to grip the girls' hearts as they gradually realized that nobody was paying attention to them. Okay. The audience is... You can barely hear a song with the crowd. Why is everyone talking to the performance? Why is nobody watching? Could this mean we're going to fail? You done? He kept pausing, like, is Evil Shield finished yet? Huh? Oh, he realized out of his own voice.
純潔であると同時に己の才能に無知でなければならない。人はあんな汚れた女どもアイドルとして認めるはずがない。
Yeah, he really does love the sound of his own voice. Just keep on talking.
その通り、生きる人間。
There's some very disturbing connotation behind that. Apart from that. No! I'm sorry to interrupt you. No, you don't say. It's. I never would have suspected. Okay, I'm done with that.
当然だ。これを教訓にし、ゴールデンカーフに歯向かう。無事でいられると思わない。
Crazy eyes.
クエーサーは自分の言うことを聞かない子供に情けなんてかけない。これは戦争だ。戦争となる。勝つために手段はいとわない。
Okay, he's finally finished. He goes, all will bow to the corporation. All will bow to mass-manufactured music. Entertainment must be put out like a fucking... Well, it is a business, but I'm saying like mass-produced style music. Yeah,
これはあなたにとってもいい機会でしょう。ステージ、本当のアイドルというものを教えなさい。
はい。まあ、こんなもんですよ。結局ライバルだし、新人だから手加減する必要もないっしょ。でも、彼女たちは本来このステージに来ることはなかったんですよ。なんか違うような。
yeah, exactly. This is... Well, you could argue like, oh, this is just business. It's also more personal than that, you know? It's the whole... Because the whole, like, we're being betrayed by them, blah, blah, blah. We can't be upstaged by our own children. Why don't you just fuck off and do your own little thing? Because you are. This is more like stunting their growth, you know? Like putting poison in the water and to kill the children who drink it. That's more like what this is.
そうかな。私たちも名誉を守らないといけないでしょ。今は勝者でもいつの間にか負けて忘れられるかもしれないよ。私たちがここまで来られたのは神城様の多大な犠牲のおかげだよ。一瞬たりとも油断してはならないの。
All hail the corporation.
どんなに
I'm sorry, did I interrupt you?
全力で戦わなければいけないよ。
There we go, okay. Just making sure.
私たちの地位を脅かす存在はいてはいけないの。元メンバーはなおさらよ。
Or, you know, if you actually had some amount of real faith in your own talents and abilities, you wouldn't have to resort to that, but rather just, you know, weigh entirely on your own ability as an artist in order to go further. But no, just, you know, corporate meddling, that's fine. Okay, I suddenly want to see like a fucking cyberpunk version of like an idol group. Shadowrun Dance Dance. Tears began to line Mika's eyes as she kept singing to the unreceptive crowd. Oh. Oh yeah, they're all looking, yeah, all the smiles are gone. Aw. They don't even think we exist. It's just like... that Mika-chan! The girls exchanged worried looks and Mika's voice cracked, breaking their unison. Their dance formation began to quickly desynchronize as Mika began to lag behind her mind, her mind obviously elsewhere. However, even that seemed moot, as nobody in the audience seemed to be paying attention to their mistakes. What's happening? Where'd all our fans go? Our voices aren't reaching anyone. As soon as the girls saw Mika tear up, anxiety welled in their hearts too. Disappointment and humiliation stuffed up their throats, making them lose the words to their song. The cheerful and inspirational lyrics now just felt like an enormous betrayal to their emotions. This is shit. Maybe we should just stop and leave. Felt like anyone would even care. So this is all pointless after all. Natan doesn't feel so energetic no more. Nemo, sad Nemo noises. Oh, but come on, it doesn't work without her actual dialogue to it. No, we can't fall here. We mustn't fall here, no. We must stand together. Stand strong. The power of friendship compels us against the great final boss. Ah, tropes. Mina! Oh god, I said... Everyone! I didn't say that before. Nothing happened. There we go. The crowd looked up to see a group of fans amidst a sea of disinterested attendees unfurl a banner. The girls looked amongst themselves. Our fans, they're still here for us. Regardless of whether we perform at a back alley stand of the Tokyo Dome, we're going to give it our all. That's the spirit. That's exactly the kind of mentality you should go into this with. Never half-ass it. Do your best, even if you don't think it'll get you anywhere. Because not trying as hard as you can will definitely not do you any favors, and you will not be going any further. By the time this is done, 10,000 people are going to be looking at me. I can't hold this back here. I'm not going to be human failure ever again. Oh god, the star's lighting a prize. What was I thinking? Everyone, let's go! The girls shook off their doubts and sang louder than before. If nobody's gonna hear us, then that means we're just gonna sing louder and louder. Ellipses. I looked out into the audience as the girls recovered and began to sing like never before. Small clusters of the spectators suddenly began to shut off their cell phones and start paying attention. They began to wonder just who these unknown idols were and started opening their programs to find out what was going on. I pumped my arm. Alright, the girls are doing it! Oh no, our underhanded ploy and trickery didn't completely wipe them out like we thought. Now we're gonna actually have to try. Yes, you do that. Oh, I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? The fucking pauses keep throwing me off. Like, I wait a second, there's no more dialogue, I'm like, okay, they're done. And then as soon as I open my mouth, there they go again. Fear not, O great corporation that cares nothing for us. We shall serve you eternally. We commit our souls, our very blood, to the machine. However, Kamajo merely adjusted his glasses, not a trace of apprehension on his face. Just really thinks highly of himself. I see myself as above the average person. Yeah, I don't care if I fucking talk over you. You can bite my ass. Oh, nothing? Yet a dying star's death throws are no match for the light at the center of the galaxy. Well, a supernova is, you know, one of the most powerful forces in the universe. However, yeah, a black hole is even more powerful. But again, your unit's not called black hole. It's called quasar. Sagittarius isn't a never mind. 21 participating members of the quasar. Unless I'm fucking misremembering what exactly quasar is. Okay, yeah. Well, I was actually partly wrong. This is me being very largely illiterate when it comes to interstellar phenomenon. So yeah, okay. For those of you who also don't know, well, like me, the quasar is not the black hole itself, rather a phenomenon that occurs around a supermassive black hole. Luminous activated nucleus, supermassive black hole radiates ranging from billions to billions from the sun. It's surrounded by a gaseous accretion disk. As gas and disk falls toward the black hole, energy is released in the form of electromagnetic radiation, which can be observed across the electromagnetic spectrum. The period by quasars is enormous. Most powerful quasars have luminosity 1,000 times greater than the galaxy's dimensions of the Milky Way. Right, so it's more of a result. Not so much a black hole itself, but rather an event that kind of results from and or around a black hole. Again, I don't exactly understand that, you know, in its entirety, but I never claimed to be a smart person. The 21 participating members of Quasar lined up into 3 lines. Greater and brighter than all else. Again, they actually were right. Fuck me. It's like you're opening my mouth before I think. The girls ended the final stretch of their song. By now, large pockets of the audience were swaying their glow sticks along with the melody. The girls grinned amongst themselves and a sea of multicolored lights waved before them. Ha ha ha! Okay. The crowd chanted along with the girls as the song entered the instrumentals. Cheers erupted throughout the plaza as the lyrics resumed. Caught up in the festival atmosphere, I began to chant along with the audience backstage. Even though I must have looked like an idiot, I felt as if I was dancing along with the girls on the stage. My heart was in my throat and it felt as if my lungs were burning. My muscles felt weak. It was really just an oncoming, sudden and very lethal condition. I don't know. Massive pulmonary failure or something. Wasn't the girls were feeling? Finally, the song came to an end. The audience applauded as the girls bowed. Meanwhile, I could hear our Woda squad hollering their support clear from the backstage. However, we hardly had time to celebrate. Suddenly, all the lights on the stage turned off. There we go. Electronic music began to pulse from the speakers, so powerful it made my insides reverberate with each beat. The girls ran off stage on cue. That was unexpected. Upon hearing Shiro's voice, the crowd went insane, as if possessed by a sudden frenzy. Okay, I was wondering if we were actually going to get to see Quasar in action, but here you go. The lights turned back on, revealing over 20 members of Quasar now lined up on the stage. All 10,000 men and women in the plaza jumped into the air all at once. The roar of approval, combined with the opening of Quasar's song, hit me with the force of a bomb. The girls returned to me backstage. Good work, everyone. However, their attention was enraptured by the members of Quasar. Yeah, this is the weight of fame. Massive exposure. The girls looked on in awe as the 20 plus girls all danced in perfect unity, as if they all formed one body. While they had struggled for the past month trying to sync just 7 moving bodies, the girls of Quasar weaved and whirled amongst each other with complete ease. Only a fellow idol could imagine the hundreds of thousands of hours of practice that must have been needed to coordinate such an enormous dance formation. No, just not enough to make the cut on the front line. Or, well, that, yeah. Right. Making introduction done. Well, yes, one of them is technically a machine god, and you know, in its fetal stages. Larval? Whatever. The entire sea of humanity was chanting and beating their glow sticks in perfect sync with the Quasar girls as well, as if the audience had come under a spell. Yes, it's the cultural program at work. This is what the government wants you to do. This is how they get into your head and keep you dumb. Ignore me. However, the girls couldn't look down in defeat. Indeed, their eyes were wide open, focused on the stunning members of Quasar. That's when I knew it. Had the girls of Starnova not participated in the Grand Prix, they would all have been in the audience as well, cheering along with everyone else for Quasar. All the stars revolved around them. Huh. I realized the motto is meant to be taken literally. We all stood wordlessly, both awed and terrified by Quasar's power. We drove home in the company van after the conclusion of Quasar's performance. As expected, it was a complete massacre. And on that lovely note, I'm going to go and end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I even learned something today. God, I feel fucking stupid. Why do I not look these things up first before I actually... One of the few times I actually talk about something I wasn't 100% certain about. Well, okay. That I wasn't at least mostly sure I knew what I was saying. You know, the whole time I was probably thinking of a pulsar, not a quasar. I completely did. Yeah, I didn't know specifically what a quasar was, but for some reason, I think that's what it was. I was just thinking of a pulsar. Blech. So yeah, forgive me, forgive my ignorance and my what's the word? My yeah, let's go with that. My bull-headed audacity. The audacity of this idiot. But right, yeah. Like I said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.